welcome back. So this isn't a soap making video, it's about bath bombs. And here is one of our sort of basic bath bombs. All of our bath bombs come wrapped just like this with the cup and some, fun confetti inside, and then the bath bomb is wrapped, double wrapped, with a pretty ribbon and the tag. So this is the pink rose bath bomb. And we've been thinking about it, and bath bombs, for those of you that are really, for those of you who make bath bombs and who are really in the know about bath bombs have stepped up their game dramatically, just like in the past couple of months. And these are just these bath bombs are great, don't get me wrong. They have amazing fragrance, they have rosebuds inside. We have been thinking, do we still want to just sell the basic bath bombs, or do we, what do we want to do with them? Do we want to change them? And so I was playing around last night. Let me just open this up, cut the ribbon. And I kind of came up with oops, there goes the tag. I kind of came up with a cool idea. And I just wanted to show you guys what I came up with. Let's just stick those back in there. Okay. So let me just unwrap this. Okay. All right, so there we go. See, it's a pretty bath bomb. It's just pink with rose. So it's just a pretty little simple bath bomb. Great bath bomb. But I just wanted to step up sort of the visual game with them, make them a little bit more dramatic. Let me see if I'm in frame. Yeah, so what I decided to do was, since they're round, right? I just got a couple of these little polypropylene plastic cups. We use these for our wax melts, so we had them just around. Pop it in the cup like that, and I decided that I was going to try to paint them. And I know painting bath bombs is nothing new, but I sort of wanted to see if I could get a rose gold look to bath bombs. So the first color, the first mica, and this looks horrible because the brambleberry labels like to wash off. So it's gold sparkle mica by Brambleberry. That's just a tag I wrote and stuck on there. And I'm gonna take another one of the little cups and just put a pretty generous amount in there, about that much. And then I'm going to take some 91% rubbing alcohol and add it very slowly at a time, because you don't want too much alcohol or else it'll make your bath bombs activate and start fizzing away while you're trying to paint them. And let me just say that our bath bombs, especially my mom's bath bombs, they are they are just practically indestructible. Her recipe is extremely hard, which is good because, we live in Houston and it's the humidity is sort of out of control here. So it's a good thing. But yeah, so our bath bombs do fine painting them with rubbing alcohol, but this might not work for everybody. We just have an extremely hard, rock solid sort of recipe. I always like to check to make sure the ring, if you have a ring, for these we do, is sort of lined up with the top of the cup. And then just take a little utility brush. I got this one in particular from Target. It says all-purpose 1/2 inch for all over coverage, and it was in sort of I think it was a 10 pack of just little utility brushes that I got. It wasn't very expensive. I think it was like $10. And just take it and dip it and just start painting away. And it's, you know, since the alcohol is going to evaporate, this is essentially dry brushing. And I just sort of twirl it and go around. And it's kind of like painting an Easter egg. And I really like sort of the wet paint sort of look, sort of drippy paint look on everything from cakes to, I mean, I just like it everywhere. I just think it looks cool. So I'm not really worried about there being like a solid line where the rose gold's gonna end. But I definitely want the bottom of it to be bare because, I mean, I know Lush came out with an Easter egg that was covered in gold mica, but I just like for there to be some place to hold it without getting, you know, stuff all over you. So I like to make it uneven, not worry too much about it. So that's the gold. Okay, so we got the gold base down. Now the second color, the second mica that I decided to try for the rose gold is Guava Lava by Mad Oils. I got this little bitty sampler. So I decided, see, it's a really, really gorgeous sort of very mauve-y but sparkly color. And I thought, yeah, okay, that's definitely sort of a rose gold. You know, it's in the rose gold family. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. I made this one a little bit thinner because I think it looks better when the gold shows through a little bit, but yeah, see, pretty. So then I'm just going to do sort of like a same brush too, just going to sort of do just go over the exact same spots as the gold. And sometimes it does get a little patchy. See how that little patch just came off? That's fine. I think there was a rose there anyway, so I just patch it up a little bit, you know? And then I just keep going around. It's not really anything super difficult. Like I said, it's a lot like painting an Easter egg. It's fun. And that's a little patch. And then I just go down and get the same, just go over all of the gold. That's what I'm trying to say, all of the gold. And I'm sure you could figure out how to get a rose gold using different micas. I don't think, this is just the first thing that I sort of went to when sort of, you know, playing around. Okay, so there's layer number 2. It's looking a little bit more rosy. And now, but I wanted it to be a little bit pinker. So I got a third layer going, and I'm going to be using another little sampler mica, and it's Bazooka Joe by Mad Oils. So I'm just gonna add, definitely don't use as much as the other two for this one, just because I don't want it to sort of, I just want it to tint it a little rosier. And it's very sort of, well, the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's a very, very nice sort of, it's a pink with quite a lot of lavender in it, and it's a little bit muted, but I really like this color. So just, you know, more rubbing alcohol, and then same brush again. And then I'm just going to do just the exact same thing. I'm just gonna go all the way around. Go down all the way. And it dries really quickly because the rubbing alcohol evaporates. It's almost instant. Put a little on the top. And there is rose gold. I think it looks like rose gold. I'm gonna take you outside here in just a second to show you what it looks like in natural light because I know the lighting in here is a little crazy. Anyway, and now let me show you what I'm gonna do next. Okay, so next, I have just a little bit of melt and pour. And so here it is. And remember, we had the roses in the top. That's why it looks like that, but I painted over them. Which that's great, actually, because there's rose petals all throughout the bath bomb. So a couple little bit more, a few more rose petals won't hurt, but I do want the roses to show up at the top. So I have the Crafter's Choice Rose Petals, Red Buds and Leaves. And all I do is I just put a little bit on a paper plate and I go through and pick out the little bits that are brown or, don't look super vibrant. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit of melt and pour and just put a little bit on the top. And if it starts rolling, you can catch it. It starts rolling down. You just use your, And then just take a few rose petals or however many and just sort of stick them back on. This is where it gets nice and messy and fun. So just stick it back on, and then I just like to make sure they're really on there and not just sort of sitting there. I like to just put a couple more drops of melt and pour. And it holds it together kind of like glue, And so there we go. And I just wanted to show you guys, these have dried. And look at the pretty color. See, yeah. So I just thought that was really cool and they look nice and metallic. Let me show you what one of them looks outside in the natural light. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're outside now. And this is what the rose gold looks like. It'll focus. Come on, focus. I think it looks really pretty. And this bath bomb is actually a sort of a deeper pink. But it was still one of the basic bath bombs. This is one of the ones that's dried. Yep. So I just wanted to show you guys. See you next time. Bye.